It's Wednesday, the 14th of February 2018, and welcome to the launch of TPW Weekly. Every Wednesday, a new video will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, where I'll be talking all about the latest theme park and attraction news from various different parks across the world. Coming up in this episode, I'm going to be talking about what you can expect from TPW Weekly. We'll have all the latest news, competitions, lots of different segments, and also interaction with us as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll also be going through some of the latest news to come from D23 Expo in Japan, where they've talked about brand new Disney attractions opening at various their theme parks across the world. I'm Sean Sandbrook, this is TPW Weekly, and that means it's time to cue those titles. So yes, welcome to TPW Weekly, and I tell you what, it's great to be back here at the World of Theme Parks, sitting down and talking to you guys about the latest theme park news. And 2018 is going to be a really exciting year for the channel. Now obviously when we launched back in 2012, we had our new series, the European Attraction Show. It then got rebranded into Theme Park Worldwide, the show, and then here we are in 2018 with another refresh to our weekly series, and it is TPW Weekly. And it's really exciting to be back and bringing this to you guys. So over the next couple of minutes, just going to talk a little bit about what you can expect from this series and what I'm going to be providing for you throughout the year. So this will be uploaded every Wednesday evening here on the channel. Sometimes it'll be in the afternoon, sometimes it'll be late evening, it all depends, but it will definitely be uploaded on a Wednesday for you guys to watch here on the channel. It'll provide all the latest theme park news as usual, and you'll be able to find it a lot easier this year. Something a lot of people suggested to us last year that was, why don't we put the news, or at least some of the news, in the video title so people could see that. As you probably noticed already, that's something what I've changed for this year. With TPW Weekly, the news is also in the description and the title, which is a change. Yes, we'll be providing the latest theme park news and also looking at doing some interviews and various different things throughout the years with the parks as well, so stay tuned for that. We're going to have our various different interactive sections as usual. You got Merch Paradise, Interact with Me, a few new bits launching soon as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Another big thing this year is I want to do a lot more on location episodes. Now a few years ago it was something that I did maybe once or twice a month, and then I sort of got out of the habit of doing it. I'd just do them here at the World of Theme Parks, and because the vlogs started to become the main thing really on the channel, I sort of put a lot of focus into that and didn't do the on location episodes with this. This year, as well as focusing on the vlogs, I'm going to be focusing on doing this on location at various parks, and I'll be doing one next week at location at Disneyland Paris, so make sure you check out that one when it goes online on the channel next Wednesday. And we'll also have lots of different competitions throughout the year. We've also run competitions on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook for quite a few years, and that's going to continue this year, but I'll also be doing some here on the YouTube channel as well. With it being our main thing at Theme Park Worldwide, I think it's about time we did some competitions on here, so yeah, make sure you stay tuned for them. We're also going to be sharing the first details on our different events throughout 2018. We've done events for quite a few years now at theme parks, or meetups as some people like to call them, where you can come along with us for the day. You can film your own vlog, you can get us in that, you know, all sorts, meet us, photos, whatever you want to do, we're pretty much up for it at these events. We have a great time, we really do, and I look forward to carrying on that this year. But we are doing a bit of a rebrand of our events for 2018. We've got some exciting stuff planned, including extra ride sessions and all sorts of special stuff, so make sure you stay tuned for the first one that will be announced in the next couple of months, which will be taking place sort of springtime, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. And of course we'll be bringing you different bits of channel news as well. I'll always open up TPW Weekly. If we've got any big announcements for the channel, I'll make sure I put them in right at the start so you guys get to hear them first. So yes, that's TPW Weekly. It's going to be a really exciting season, especially for the UK theme park industry. We're going to be doing lots of theme parks, and there's some parks in this country, some smaller ones, that I've not covered, that this year I'll be covering, I'll be talking about, and I'm also going to be filming vlogs at throughout the year. So that's a big focus for me. You might have seen our video last night about where we're visiting this year. Cedar Point, Florida, a Sweden trip, Poland. So much to look forward to, and I hope to take the show with me along that as well with doing more on location episodes. It certainly is very exciting times for the channel, and I look forward to sharing it with you guys. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about some theme park news then in our weekly news roundup. So just a few days ago, Disneyland Paris announced that Roller Coaster Starring Aerosmith will close at some point in 2018 to make way for a rebranded attraction all about the various different Marvel characters. So riders will get a chance to team up with the Avengers, including Iron Man, on what's been dubbed as a high-speed, hyperkinetic adventure. Roller Coaster is one of 3 coasters at Walt Disney Studios, the second park to open at Disneyland Paris, and that was in 2002. This was an original opening day ride for the park, manufactured by Vekoma, and the coaster will be staying. It's the exterior and the interior theming that will be changing dramatically in this transformation. Now, I don't really know how to feel about this announcement because I've always enjoyed Roller Coaster up until the past couple of years, where I think the track's just become really rough. I mean, when I was last on it back in November, it was shaking about quite a lot and it just wasn't as comfortable as it used to be. So I'm hoping with this transformation, as much as the coaster's staying, we might see either new trains, refurbished trains, or some work done to the track. But in terms of the theme, I'll definitely miss it. I've always preferred this version to the one at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. That's all about travelling to the party on your super stretched limo. You got all the billboards around it and things, but the lighting was not really prominent in that. Whereas at the Walt Disney Studios version in Paris, the lighting was incredible, the room was filled with smoke, and you had some simple effects just like beams of light, and especially on the front of the train, you come towards these beams of light and it acts as a really good near-miss element, or sometimes you'd even go straight through it, and so I really liked that. So I am going to miss it, but I can't help but feel the changes to the exterior and things, it's going to be a good thing for the park. And it seems that from the latest announcements, all these announcements what I'm going to be talking about have all come from D23 in Japan, which is an expo what Disney do every year. They do it in California as well, and they talk about new additions to all the Disney parks, the Disney film franchise and all that kind of stuff. It's basically the place for your Disney news. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it all. A, I'm quite sad that it's going, but B, I think that it's getting a little bit dated and look forward to seeing what they do mainly with the exterior, because I've never really liked the exterior of it. It's just a big show building and the facade I'm not really too keen on and things, so we'll see what happens with it. But this is going to be closing down later this year, and we can presume this rebranded attraction will most likely open in 2019, so next year at the Walt Disney Studios in Paris. Now, Walt Disney Company have announced that they are going to be bringing in a lot of new brands into the parks, especially at Disneyland Paris, so it'll be interesting to see what else they've got planned. We already know that Hotel New York is going to be redone as Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. You can see a little look at that on your screen, and it does look like that's going to be a good addition for fans of Marvel. I can't help but feel that it might be losing its originality from some of the hotel resorts and the theme park attractions, but I understand the parks have got to move on. We're in 2018 and I look forward to seeing what Disney do and supporting their decisions moving forward. Now, this attraction was first announced last year, but thanks to D23 Expo in Japan, we've got a few more details to share on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is opening at Disney's Hollywood Studios in 2019. So yes, before we didn't have an opening date for it. Now we know it's coming next year and not late 2018, like there was quite a few rumours suggesting. But yes, on the Runaway Railway, guests will step through the movie screen to join Mickey, Minnie and various other Disney friends. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this, but I did really like the Great Movie Ride. As soon as you walked into Hollywood Studios in Florida, there it was down the bottom, the beautiful replica of the Chinese theatre, and inside there a wonderful attraction celebrating various different movies, not just Disney movies, but movies throughout the years. And it's a shame that they have got rid of it. It seems that they want to only focus on their own brands now, which you can kind of understand, but it was a really good classic attraction at the park that I am going to miss. However, I am looking forward to seeing what they do with this. They're saying there's going to be some surprising twists and turns and some really stunning visual effects effects that Disney have never done before, some new things what they've never done. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what they are and experiencing this attraction. So it's going to open next year, 2019, which means a huge development process really for Hollywood studios. Lots of change going on. This year they're opening Toy Story Land, that's opening in the summer, and that's all around the former Streets of America area, and Star Wars Land's coming next year in 2019. You've got the Disney Skyliner, which is a new sky ride, cable car attraction to take guests to the park. So yeah, there's a lot going on with Hollywood studios, as there is with Walt Disney World in general at the moment, as they gear up ready for the 50th anniversary of the resort in 2021. But yeah, with this one, I look forward to seeing what they do with it. Yes, I missed the Great Movie Ride, but I did have lots of rides on it over the few years I've been there to Florida. So yeah, I hope that this attraction really lives up to what they're making it out to be, because they're saying that all this use of visual effects and things is going to be stunning. And I trust Disney. I'm sure they're going to do a really good job of it, and I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel with all the latest news on that one. Also announced then at D23 was some more details on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, replacing Ellen's Energy Adventure, also known as the Universe of Energy, at Walt Disney World in Florida. Now Epcot has always been a really good park, and I really enjoy going there every time I go to Walt Disney World. And there's a lot of attractions in there that I enjoy. There's somewhat, again, a little bit dated, and for me this attraction was one of those. I was never a huge fan of it. I can imagine back in the 80s when it opened, it was a really good attraction, and you go in there, it's about 45 minutes long, and you go in there and there was a combination of theming and screens, and you pass through all the dinosaurs and things. They taught you about energy, but yeah, it just, over the years these attractions do become outdated, and this is one that I'm not too sad to see go. We've got some new details on Guardians of the Galaxy, which is going into that show building, and it's also going to be extended out the back as well to accommodate a brand new roller coaster. Yes, a roller coaster going into Epcot. So yeah, with this one it's going to be one of the largest indoor roller coasters in the world. Hopefully it's going to be a bit more exciting than Temple in the Nighthawk at Phantasialand. But yeah, it'll feature a unique story created by Disney. It's not going to be, it is based on Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's not going to be based on replicating something from that. It'll be a unique story created by Walt Disney Imagineering, and this attraction will open just in time for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World in 2021. Like I say, I'm not too sad to see this one go. I know it was a classic attraction at the park, but it's one of those that it was really long, and as the park's moved forward, and with Epcot desperately needing a roller coaster, I'm not complaining about this at all, and I look forward to seeing it in a few years' time. That's all then from the major announcements from D23. There was a few other bits and things around as well, but I found it really interesting just going on Twitter and Instagram and just going through all the different updates and things, and it's well worth following every time they do D23. So I'll be sure to share the dates with you next time, so you can have a look for yourself and just see what people are posting. There's all sorts of stuff. There's like interviews with lots of the directors at Disney and all kinds of things, and talking about the attractions. It really is a fascinating thing to see each year. It's now time for the return of a classic here on TPW Weekly. It is time for Merch Paradise. We couldn't have a weekly news series here on Theme Park Worldwide and not have Merch Paradise. It's been a staple part of the channel for years. You guys all love seeing my merchandise collection, and there's a lot more merchandise videos outside of TPW Weekly to come over the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to talk about the different mugs and various other new bits that I've picked up over winter from various parks. So yes, what I'm going to show you this week is a free piece of merchandise that you can get if you're visiting Blackpool Pleasure Beach over the next few weeks. Now obviously we was at Blackpool Pleasure Beach over the weekend. We had a good time, but the weather was absolutely awful, especially on the Saturday, but I still managed to get quite a bit of footage. It wasn't the longest vlog, but make sure you go and check it out. It was uploaded a couple of days ago here on the channel. But we were walking out and Lee just spotted there in the side these awesome icon posters, which are on the back of this year's park map. Obviously the way they've got them in the stand is quite clever. They're all laid out flat with the park map on, so you wouldn't really be able to see. Obviously all you saw was the icon bit in the middle, but on the back you turn it round and you've got this, Dare to Ride. icon with a really nice poster. I mean, is that A3? I think it's A3. And no matter what, I've got about 20 of them. I'm going to put them in a frame and have them on my wall. Not all 20 of them. I'll just put a couple in the frame. And I always tend to do that. If I put something in a frame, I'll put 2 in it. And then one year when I open it up and have another look, I'll find 2 in there and I'll think, oh yeah, I'm glad I kept that one in there as well. Just keeps it nice and protected and all flat. You gotta look after this merchandise when you get it, that's what I say. But yeah, these are free to get on the back of the park maps. Now Amanda Thompson has said these are limited, so if you want one, get yourself to Blackpool Pleasure Beach over the next few weeks for the WOW weekends. They're open every Saturday and Sunday, and it's one of the only theme parks to be open at this time of year here in the UK. Portland's Park does a bit, Drayton Manor, and a few of the other parks, but there's not loads going on at this time of year. So why not get yourself down to Blackpool and go and check out the latest construction of Icon in person. It's returned for 2018. It is, of course, Interact with Me. This is the part of the weekly video where you guys get to send in all your different ride photos, birthday shout-outs, special occasion shout-outs. Maybe you've got pictures of your family and friends at theme parks. Send them in to us and we'll put them in on the weekly video. Also, we're going to be doing various challenges. We started doing this a little bit last year and it seemed to go down quite well. But this year we've got challenges for competitions where you can win prizes, all kinds of things coming up. Now I know there's not a lot of theme parks open at the moment, but maybe you've got some favourite photos from the 2017 season. So all you need to do is send them in to us here for TPW Weekly. How do you send them in to us? Well, you can message them in either on Instagram, that's the official Theme Park Worldwide Instagram, or also on Facebook as well. Again, our official Facebook page, send them in via messages. So on either of those two, and then we'll get back to you, either me or Charlotte, and we'll get it in the next week's video, which will be on every Wednesday on the channel. So I look forward to seeing what you guys send in. Obviously, as we get into the season, we normally get more over summer because a lot of you guys like going to the parks when the sun's shining, but pretty much anything theme park related. Maybe it's your friend's birthday, you want to surprise them, so you can message us in, then I'll do it in the next week's video, and you can link them up to it and get them to have the shout out and things. So yeah, all kinds of stuff. We're pretty much open to suggestions with it. If you've got any special requests, keep them sent in, and then me and Charlotte will have a look at those. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the first episode in the series of TPW Weekly. Like I say, I'm going to be doing more on location stuff, and next Wednesday you'll be able to join me on location at Disneyland Paris. I'm going to be talking all about what's going on at the resort for this year. Lots of special events planned. You've still got the 25th going on at the moment as well. Taking a look at some of the stuff I didn't see when I went at Christmas. That's because some of the things weren't open in terms of show-wise during the Christmas season, so we'll get to see them, and just general updates from around the park, including what to expect in the future. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's the on-location episode of TPW Weekly next Wednesday here on Theme Park Worldwide. Thank you very much for watching this week's video. I'll see you next Wednesday, and that means it's time to cue those credits. Bye guys, have an awesome week.